I can't make sense of that. Those two in my head always go hand in hand, Tim. I'm sorry. We'll get back to what you were saying a minute ago. But how are you gonna forget the villain of Black Panther Wakanda Forever, bro?
I
This is
actually
in
haven't.
reference to how I answered those questions, right?
Huh?
Because I said my favorite comic character growing up was Fantastic Four,
Yeah,
and my
your
least
least was
favorite was
Namor.
Submariner.
Yeah. That
That's
just
because I could never figure out what Submariner's deal was. He was always cranky,
Yeah.
always cranky, and there was never any way through that. He was just one dimensional.
I don't know. He
So
always
I
look.
just never warmed up to him.
He lightened up around Sue Richards, but like for real, if you were the king of Atlantis, wouldn't you be pretty annoyed permanently based on what humans do to the ocean? I'm just saying.
Yes, I would.
Yeah, like
Um,
you'd be a dick,
you're
man.
asking me my least favorite character.
No, no,
He
no.
just didn't have a lot of character.
Oh, well, fair enough. Fair enough. That's fair. I just when I read those two answers, I was like, I feel like that contradicts because like those they intertwined so much. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like to the point where, like I said, Namor had a thing for Sue that just Sue constantly rejected, which that's whatever. It
I
just
had a thing for Sue. I still do.
I can't blame you. But if there was ever a chick that like got sick of you and wanted to ghost you, how easy would that be for her?
She
Like
could do it on the
I'm
spot.
done with this conversation. Like, oh, hell, I guess she is. Hardaway, continue your question. How are you not going to know that Namor is the villain in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, though?
I forgot completely because like you really want to go into how we can forget things.
What, the religion of hip hop? That's a whole other thing. Right. Hey, can I ask, though,
No,
are you
no.
excited to see Namor brought forth in the films? And are you hoping they finally do the Fantastic Four right, Tim?
Absolutely.
What'd you think of
I'm ready
Kaczynski?
for the Fantastic Four movie that should have been made 15 years ago.
What do you think of Kaczynski as Mr. Fantastic in the Doctor Strange?
Hmm. Yeah, I'm happy with most of them,
But I just
and
didn't know what you thought of his performance. I've seen people go back and forth on it.
I think you blanked out on part of that question. Start over.
Oh, Jim Kaczynski. Oh man, not his. I'm saying his name from The Office. The dude that played Mr. Fantastic in the Doctor Strange film.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What did you think
I
of his
thought sure.
performance?
I'll watch a movie with him as Reed Richards, but then shortly after that, I heard they were going to recast. So I don't know.
I still say he would make a better Hardaway,
Maker.
the Maker. I still say he'd make a way better the Maker than he would a good Reed Richards. But that's just my opinion. Is there? I'm curious, man, because I look at that Fantastic Four coming up, Tim. Uh, I just want to know if you could pick the villain, who would you pick?
Oh, there's only one villain for those people to start with. You know that, Doctor Doom.
See, that's where I feel like all these other films has failed. Is you start with Doom. I don't feel like Doom's someone you start with. I feel like Doom is a Thanos level villain. You know what I mean?
Okay, maybe you build him up then in your
Yeah,
first movie, and then
yeah.
unleash him in the second one.
You got
But
second
I
or
want to
third?
see the well, I want to see the Doom that we met when we were kids. We haven't seen him yet. So
Yes.
yeah, we've seen a person in a movie named Victor Von Doom, but I don't recognize him.
Yeah, no, I want the cross of I'm a super genius. Oh, and guess what? I know magic. you know,
Mhm.
which I honestly I think that's the problem. They've tried to push that character so quick, and I feel like that's the character you do. It needs more of a slow burn to be done properly. Can I just say the character like I want as a villain is dude Annihilus.
Okay. I just got to go Doom
That's
because
a big
his
one
origin
too.
is more closely tied in with the FF's origin than any other villain.
Well, but they could play like breaking the negative zone and running into Annihilus, and Doom kind of has to help him, but he's kind of a dick, and that's kind of his build into being a complete dick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'd just like to see that. But Hardaway, I want to hear your suggestion.
What, for Fantastic Four?
Yeah. If you say Namor, bro, I'm cutting you out of this car.
No, bro, I would, in all honesty, I would have the Fantastic Four go to the Savage Lands or something. In my ordeal, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that would be more entertaining.
I don't know that, Tim.
Or
I
have
mean,
them deal with the
you probably read more of this Fantastic Four than I did, to be real honest, just based on the fact that it was your favorite comic. Did they ever go to the Savage Land?
I have so far read all 8 volumes of the Epic collections, starting from number 1 all the way up to currently like 140 something. They have yet to go to the Savage Land in any of those comics. They probably did after that. Everybody does, don't they? I mean, I
I'm
have.
pretty sure.
What'd you bring back from the Savage Land, man? Because if you went there and didn't bring anything back, that was a failed trip.
Hepatitis. It's full of dinosaurs with ancient diseases.
Is that why
You're
you
gonna bring
couldn't make
something?
it through Fantastic Beasts either? Did it remind you too much?
Now
Just
we're
bugged.
switching gears again.
All I do is switch gears.
Hold on.
Yeah, my apologies. What, Hardaway?
Wasn't one of the first people that Fantastic Four had to deal with outside of Victor Von Doom was like Galactus and
Mole Man.
Well,
Mole
Mole Man
Man?
was their first villain,
Yeah.
so yeah, he's got some chops. But how about a Mole Man movie that becomes a Doctor Doom movie? We could do that.
Mhm.
The thing is, though, to remember, the Fantastic Four was the template for the whole Marvel universe, and it built one thing on top of another on top of another. You didn't get to Galactus until issue 50.
Mhm.
But we're way past that now in terms of MCU. You know, all that building has been done. They've gone in every possible direction. So it would not be too much at all to make them, to send them into the negative zone in their first film. So that would work completely.
And that's honestly, like, I think it's good, especially with what they're doing right now with the whole multiverse thing. You know, it's like, well, boom, here's another multiverse. Oh, guess what? There's this dude that's just like, screw you all there, called the Nihilist. And he's really harsh. I'm curious, man. What do you think of the overall evolution of the Fantastic Four? Because I know right now Marvel's bringing it back to where they're starting to independently like do solo issues, or they're doing Fantastic Four issues, but they're each focused on an individual member of the Fantastic Four, and then they intend to bring the team together. And there's also been so many iterations. So what's your just overall opinion of the evolution? And are there any teams besides the original four that you think really lived up to it?
You mean other teams within that
Was
structure?
it? Yeah. The what was it? The Fantastic Foundation. Oh shit! What was it called when they did that?
Yeah, they did the foundation for a while.
Okay, yeah, and
They've had
then
members come and go, but they
yeah.
always keep coming back to the core
Very true.
because that core is, the root of the whole Marvel universe. They are not stereotypes; they are archetypes.
Oh, I agree.
And so, anytime you try to swap one out, inevitably you're going to have to swap them back in.
So I'm just curious. So are there any teams that you think really lived up to that, even in a moment? Because look, you might hate me for this one, Tim, but I think one of my favorite versions of the Fantastic Four was what was it? Wolverine, Ghost Rider, Spider Man, and who's the Punisher? I think was the fourth one when they were doing that.
But I was tuned out when that happened. I don't remember that at all.
I know it was. Oh man, I might be wrong on the Punisher, but I know Ghost Rider, Spider Man, and yeah, that was all part of it. That was,
You
I don't
mean
know,
they were the Fantastic Four for a while?
but yeah. That's what I'm saying. But were there any iterations besides the original four that you think lived up to the original four?
I remember the first swap out that really blew my mind, and that's when Ben turned human again, and he couldn't be the Thing anymore. So Luke Cage stepped in for Ben.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That was pretty wild, and that was back in like the late '70s.
Yeah,
You know,
that's an older story.
yeah, when Luke Cage was still wearing the yellow.
That Afro though. Oh my god.
Uh,
I love Luke Cage. That's one of my favorite characters.
look, I love him now, man, but that look was just a bit much.
Hey, look, man. That's how some people dress. Not all, but some. That's how some people dress, I guess.
Ask a question,
In
Hardaway.
comics, they did.